treat.
Welcome to Autzen Stadium in Eugene. It's the LSU Tigers and the Oregon Ducks. Alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I am Reese Davis. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We say hello to Holly.
When you talk about decibels, making it hard to play for the opponents, the first stadium you've got to think about is Autzen Stadium in Eugene, Oregon. This is one of the most acoustically challenging places for opponents to step onto the field. The loud and the proud, the Ducks make noise whenever opponents come to town. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. LSU will put a foot to it for the opening kickoff. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. The run inside. It's Davison. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Here's Moore to throw. Got a man. It's Davison. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds right around the 34-yard line, and now they've got a little something brewing.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
And, man, that's not a surprise that they come to their go-to guy early. This is an offense that's so much fun to watch, and it's because they know who they are. They know how to get the ball to their playmakers. And on the first drive, Palmer, get your guy a touch, get him involved. You know receivers got some feelings, Jesse. I love that they're getting him lathered up and a touch early in this football game.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys who feels like he's open every single play, so it is a good idea to get him going early. For the defense, that's a bit of a jab in the face right there, because you came into this game, you know who's going to get the ball. You know where they're throwing it, and you've got to do a better job now disguising your coverages to try and limit him and take him away as much as possible.
The Ducks will snap it on 1st and 10. Going to the run, it's Davison. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
I think there's a couple schools of thought in how you run the football and how you throw the football. Like some people say, I run the football to set up the throw, right? To get people aggressive. But this offense kind of took it the other direction, right? They came out throwing the football, now soften them up. Now let's see if they can start to get that ground game going.
Slides past the sticks, and he converts on 2nd and long. Great awareness on the scramble.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yards. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Ducks! Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. So an 82-yard drive there, and he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. On the move from inside his 5. Thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Looking to throw, it's Levitt. Under fire. They're going to get him for a safety, trying to make something out of nothing and still got stuck for the 2.
Great job on the safety there, and how about the D tackle just collapsing the pocket? There was nowhere for the quarterback to step up into to try to buy himself some time. That D tackle walked his man right into the lap of the QB, and he gets the safety.
Sorry, quit.
the Miami Hurricanes and the Oregon Ducks. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's check in with our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
The Hurricanes head coach told me before the game, he said this is a crucial game on the road against a quality opponent. It means so much. Not only the college football playoff rankings, strength of schedule, and everything that goes into a matchup like this is the biggest challenge so far in their season. Guys?
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. And the Canes ready to kick it away first. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Davison. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
And, man, you don't have to be a great play caller to give that guy the football, right? Like, feature him. The offense goes through him. You've got to love this running back. And he just finds a way to make those chunk plays like he just did, setting the tone. And, Palmer, sometimes the defense, they need to see you for a second so they realize how fast, how powerful, how good you are.
Yeah, and the defense said all the right things leading up to this game. We're focused on stopping the run. We want to be the more physical team. We're going to make them one-dimensional. Well, you just got to run down your throat early. Everybody has a plan until they get punched in the face. So for this defense now it's time to show up. You got to bow up now and start doing something about it.
He might want another play. Moore. With the catch, it's Hooks. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. The Ducks come to the line with a new set of downs. Running inside, it's Davison. They'll give him 4 on the pickup. It's 2nd and 6.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Moore will throw. Flips it out to the back. Turning it on! And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving.
Well, a great job by the quarterback understanding where the pressure was coming from and understanding where his outlet was. And David, it's demoralizing, I expect, from a defensive standpoint when you think you've dialed up the blitz and you think you're getting home.
Yeah, and you're doing what you can to try to pressure the QB and you're bringing extra guys, but sometimes that comes at a sacrifice. And you can see he got the matchup he wanted, took advantage of it, didn't get flustered. That was the biggest thing. Like most QBs, sometimes when that blitz comes, they'll get flustered really quickly and make a bad decision. He
snags it, and there's running room. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
No room to run, and he stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and goal.
And we kind of wondered coming into this game, do they want to run it up the middle? Do they want to run it near that big fella at defensive tackle? Because he's a grown man, makes plays all over the field. They try him early. I wonder if they'll keep trying it because we haven't seen...
He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Ducks! A great catch and run for 6. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game, get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. They'll start on the ground with Brown. Got enough for the first. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains. While the Canes are known for big-time playmakers, tough physical running is part of it, too.
Yeah, you got to be able to have a team that not just is about sizzle, and we've seen so many Miami teams about sizzle, but some substance with some physicality, the run game.
Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain.
I know he's got the height and the weight of a tight end, but man, the way he runs routes and how good he is with the ball in his hands, it just reminds you of a wide receiver. He's so athletic. This is a guy that has a basketball background in high school, and you see it pan out. Every time he has the football, he just looks like the best athlete on the field. For a big guy, very, very unique.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close, and when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through them, and guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
Wow. 4 plays on this drive by the offense. They already got 3 first downs. We knew they had a lot of playmakers coming into this game, and they're showing that right now. This defense is going to have to make a play at some point.
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Well, he was hoping to make something out of that return. Ducks. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
As I caught up with the Longhorns head coach before the game, he is concerned going to an environment like this, one of the best crowds in all of college football. They make it loud and frenetic. He has talked to his quarterback and his center about having a high level of communication here on the road. Back to you.
Thank you, Holly. Really looking forward to this matchup. Headed toward the ball, and we are ready for action. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The run inside. It's Davison. Picks up the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. No matter what uniform the Ducks are rocking, they are dressed for success on the ground.
Yeah, and that's who they are, right? They're dressed for success. They run the football, and then after that, what do? They run it some more, and they run it fast. Every Oregon team always been built on that tempo and ground game.
Makes the grab in their space. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it.
And that play works because the QB did an unbelievable job. He's going through his progressions. He's sitting in the pocket, and he sees, man, a lot of space out to his right. I get the ball to my playmaker, and he does the rest. This is what's so fun about him. He's going to make the catch. He's going to make people miss, use his speed to make big plays.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Throwing more. Quickly complete. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down.
Well, when they were scripting this opening drive this week in practice, I don't know if they expected it to be this good. First play, first down. Second play, first down. Third play, first down. Everything is working. I'll tell you, when you got a quarterback, though, with this kind of ability, you got the playmakers around him like they do on offense, maybe it's not so surprising.
Got his man on the right. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it first and goal.
This offense can get a lot of yards, and it doesn't take a lot of plays. You've seen that here. They have speed, speed, and speed. It kills you. If guys get a little bit of space, they just gobble up yards. They've had the defense completely on their heels. Now they're all the way backed up against their own goal line.
Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at second and goal.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
And the D deny them on second and goal. Tight end now in motion. Dante Moore looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon! That's the way you finish a drive and put up points.
A lot of coaches talk about scripting the first series. You could tell the script reads, get that wide receiver the football because he can make plays. The quarterback, you can tell he has confidence in his guy. He finds him, and he does the rest.
On the run from inside his own 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Manning trying to quiet this crowd. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Looking for more room. Touchdown, Ducks. And what a turn of events as this defense gets the pick 6.
And the defense sets the tone early in this football game. We're still in the first quarter, and this is looking like they're putting a complete game together. Offense scoring, defense scoring. Palmer, they're up 2 touchdowns already.
Yeah, you got to give this coaching staff credit. They have their guys ready to go, and this is what you call firing on all cylinders early in a game.
And he tacks on the extra point.
Go, Chet.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Intercepted! A first half turnover can swing momentum.
Go, Chet. Another one.
Glad to have you with us from Austin, Texas, DKR Texas Memorial Stadium. It's the Oregon Ducks and the Texas Longhorns. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines, and we check in with her right now.
Here in Austin, DKR is one of the most iconic stadiums in college football. Texas Memorial Stadium, the fans, the burnt orange. You've got Bevo here on the sideline. There is so much love every time you come to a college football game here. History in the making at DKR. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. And the Longhorns ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Davison. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
they can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Here's Moore to throw. Makes the catch. It's Davison. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Moore to the air. The quick out. They get him out of bounds. Couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling.
Nice pitch and catch there from QB to wide receiver. Great job. An out route is all about timing. 1, 2, 3, boom, break out, throw it to him right now. Great pitch, great catch.
And the Ducks will snap it on 1st and 10. Wants to throw it again. Fires to the wideout. Working on the right. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32.
Gain of 20. And that's a first down for the offense.
The Ducks come to the line on the heels of that big pass play. Running inside. It's Davison. Gain of 8 yards on the play. He's too short of the first down.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Moore trying to get everyone on the same page. And he fired a bullet in, but it's incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Complete. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
I like that play call there. 3rd and short, QB goes under center. You got the back in the backfield, and everybody's thinking it's going to be a run play. Instead, you throw the football when the defense isn't expecting it to keep your offense on the field.
He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Quarterback making adjustments. Moore. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
And this has been a really good first drive, man. You talk about scripting the first however many plays. It's different for all the coordinators. Nice drive down the field. Now set up in a 3rd down situation. Let's stay aggressive. Let's capitalize on this momentum and not try to kick these field goals because, you know, kicking field goals sometimes down the road can come back to bite you.
Moore from the gun trying to convert 3rd down. Got the quick pass. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to...
Looking for the end zone. And he's in. Pounded his way in for the score. Touchdown, Ducks! Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. 75 yards on the touchdown drive, and it was capped off with the 8-yard run. Fielded in the end zone. It's Simon. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. To throw, Manning. Bringing the heat. Breaks into the open. Out across the 40 and first out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking.
I just love this guy's instincts, right? When things aren't open right away, he never panics. He just understands the situation where he is on the field, and he's so confident in his own natural ability that he has the ability to run, go get the first down, keep this drive rolling.
One big play, and now they've got it at the 42-yard line on first down. To the air, it's Manning. Here's a heat. He'll throw it. It's incomplete. Good job by the defense sticking with its coverage.
When the quarterback gets outside the pocket as a defender, now I'm thinking about the field's cut in half. You don't worry about the other side of the field. It's hard to throw it back across your body to the other side. So now the rules are I'm starting to creep now to the direction of the field where he goes. Great job by the defense understanding that.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Wide receiver going in motion. Arch is going to throw for it. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
And this is going to be the matchup for this defense all game long, containing the QB speed, because he can get out and he can roll. Nice job early in this football game, judging his speed, getting out there, getting the sack, and most importantly, getting a hit on him early in this football game so he can physically feel you, and those hits can start to add up throughout a football game.
Third down from the gun, Manning. Under fire. Picked off. A rare misread and mistake from this quarterback. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. Throwing more. Pressure coming. Trying to get away. There he goes. He'll be forced out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, and they'll mark him down at the 28.
First down on the offense.
That's the end of the period, and Oregon has the lead. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. The run inside. It's Davison. Got enough for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, I'll tell you, when you start a game as well as this guy did on the opening drive, you're going to earn more touches later. And finally, they handed off to him here on the second drive. But he's really shot out of a cannon in this game. Really like the way he's running right now. He's running hard. He's running with authority. They need to keep giving him the football.
All the way down to the 15-yard line. It's first down. Dante Moore. Pocket breaking down. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense. If it works. They tried to follow up the big run with a pass and didn't work out for them.
No, that might be a good job about the defense. You know, sometimes when you give up runs, you get more aggressive. You want to bring more guys to the line of scrimmage, and you want to overreact. The defense stayed calm, stayed true, came up with a big sack the next play.
This crowd knows this defense needs them right now. Now here's Moore. Fires on the move. Another incompletion on third down.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
And he kept that one just straight enough to graze inside the left upright. Hold on just a second. A flag down. Let's see what's up with that.
Number 97, set to kick this one away. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Smothers. Oh, he's got some space. He's inside the 40. Past the 20. Slippery slide. Finding his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas! This defense not only searching for answers, they're still searching for that running back.
And searching for angles. My goodness, this dude, he runs so fast, he erases angles. People trying to catch him, they didn't realize how much burners he had. He kicked it in gear, and there was no getting him.
He'll bring it out. It's Hill. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he's stopped right there. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Here's Moore to throw. Fires downfield. Fires into traffic. Intercepted. Couldn't find a ton of room on that return to that small change. They take over at the 43.
Not all DBs make the play at the end, right? They can bat the ball down, they can be in position, but they don't really secure the football. Great job by the DB securing the football and forcing the turnover.
To the air, it's Manning. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. He stopped not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Moore. It's complete to the right. At the 40, there he goes. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
Moving into scoring territory at the 36 on first down. Might be changing the route. Running inside. It's Davison. Brought down at the 26-yard line after a pickup of 10 yards on the play, and it'll be a first down.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
They'll give it to him again. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Throwing Moore. He's going to run it. Slides, avoids the hit. What a play to convert on 2nd and long.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there, threw the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic ability to do that. Big third down conversion by this offense.
The Ducks getting set on 1st and 10. Moore will throw. It's complete on the right side. Touchdown, Oregon! Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
And how big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a two-minute type situation as you could have offensively. And David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the first half.
Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Arch Madness. Here comes the heat. And down he goes. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots, you read the quarterback's eyes, make sure...
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? They'll start this drive going to the air. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
Dante Moore. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
And he finally missed one, right? I mean, he's been pretty hot, right? 5 passes in a row. He's been moving the ball around, different platforms, different receivers. Just done a really good job spreading the ball around, and he's human. He finally missed.
What a grab with one hand. And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field. Just a few seconds to go here in the first half, and they'll send out the field goal team. And this kicker might be feeling it. He made one earlier, now from 49 yards out. Right down the boulevard, it's good. And that will extend their lead even further. And the Ducks will kick it away to crank up the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one. Put your best plays together. Start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
Lining up from the 34 on first down. A give to Brown. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. One more time, it's Brown. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. On third down, here's Brown. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
And I think one thing people don't take into account is not all fourth downs are created equal. Like, right, this is a shorter fourth down. You're on your side of the field. You're down. You're trailing in the football game. So I think this offense might have to take this opportunity to be aggressive, try to make this fourth down conversion, and try to go down the field and get some points on the board.
Trailing by multiple possessions in the third and desperately needing a score, they'll go for it on fourth down. Manning to throw for it on fourth. Converts on fourth down. Still going. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's fourth down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
Makes the grab. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Pulls it on the option. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
And I love that decision by this quarterback. No monkeying around, man. Get to the spot. Get the first down, lower your shoulder. I don't need a big play. I just want another set of downs. Nice job running the option, knowing where the first down marker is.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
And if this offense is going to get back in the football game, those are the plays they have to make. Like, they have to make contested catches. They got to find a way to get some points, to create some explosive plays. Those 50-50 balls, when you get your hand on it, man, they got to start making those plays.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. They'll run it out of the gun with Brown. He'll be pulled down after a good run. They'll mark it at the 15.
And we talked about this guy coming into the game, man. He's a dude. Like, he's a guy that they're going to feature, they're going to give the football to. He's so good with the ball in his hand, so why would you not hand it to him as much as possible? They're doing it early, and he's getting some chunk yardage. This defense, they knew about him, but now they're finding out about him.
And he won't make it to the marker, stonewalled for the second straight play.
And this offense, I don't think this is going to be a surprise. I think the offense is going to stay on the field. You've already seen it once on this drive, and they've already been successful. You know how hard it is to defend when there's an extra down, and they do it over and over again? So I think this offense will continue to stay aggressive like they were on the last fourth down.
They've already converted once on fourth down on this drive. They are unafraid to make everywhere four-down territory. Fourth down, Manning. Big tight end makes the grab, first down, still on his feet. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive. Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Longhorns!
And the running back gets his second rushing touchdown of the game. You want to continue to feed this guy. You can tell he's got a nose for the end zone, knows how to get in there, knows how to make things happen.
Here's Arts to throw. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious. He'll bring it out. It's Davison. And he will take it out of bounds, and that is all we have here in the third quarter. The final period right after this. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. Here's Moore to throw. Makes the grab. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
Moore to the air. Throws for the tight end. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
Man, how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Finds him out of the backfield. Stop is made at the 35-yard line. It'll be a 4th down.
And as an offense, that's just why you cannot get behind the sticks in these types of situations. 3rd in California is hard to complete and is hard to convert.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. 4th down, Moore. Fires to the right. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a 1st down. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive.
And how about this coach, man? Trusting their offense, trusting their guys. You could punt the football away here on 4th down and see if your defense can end this game, but he wanted to end it on offense. He trusted his guys, and that is a huge 4th down conversion late in this football game.
And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few 1st downs, and get a W.
And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
This offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the 1st down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. Moore trying to get everyone on the same page. Buys a little time with his feet. Slings it downfield. Finds a man on the right. He's brought down the one, a play for...
Hi. What up, man?
Offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line.
We always talk about Yak, and that was 3rd and very manageable. They were just throwing the ball to the sticks, just trying to pick up a simple 1st. But when you've got playmakers like that can do things after the catch, any play could be an explosive one, and you saw it right there. Tremendous job getting it to him early, and he does the rest.
From the red zone, it's Davison. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
The run inside. It's Hill. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. The run from the shotgun. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
Dead center perfect, and now the lead is extended a little further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Here's Manning to throw. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock. And here we go, final play of the game right here. Looking downfield, it's Manning. He's taking a deep shot. Can't make the catch. In fact, he just flat dropped it, and they just dropped the game. What a show both of these teams put on today. Couple of outstanding squads, hotly contested battle all the way to the very end.
Yeah, we came into this one expecting this to be a back-and-forth battle. We knew it was going to go down late into the fourth quarter. At the end of the day, the higher-ranked team, David, they were really able to lean on those playmakers and that leadership they've got in the locker room.
Yeah, and now I think even more so, you're starting to believe in them. They're battle-tested. This team they find a way to get things done. That's why they're ranked where they're at. And I expect this team to stay in contention for the college football playoff because they're proving week in and week out they're a really good squad.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. Welcome to Autzen Stadium in Eugene. It's the Miami Hurricanes and the Oregon Ducks. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's say hello to our friend Howie Rowe on the sideline.
Hey guys, checking in pregame with the Miami head coach. This is a concerning crowd. You know, every time we're here, it's one of the best atmospheres in all of college football. The coach said they will have to communicate at a high level. They have worked with crowd noise all week at practice. We'll see if it pays off here today. Back to you.
Howie, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. The Canes will kick off first, and here we go. The returner will field it and bring it back. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Changing the play. Moore. That's caught. It's Davison. Turning it on. He'll step out of bounds right at the 44. A big time pickup on that.
Start for this offense. You know, oftentimes you see teams just trying to get into a rhythm, maybe an easy completion to get their quarterback feeling good. Not this offense. They take a shot and find an explosive play right out of the gate.
Oh my gosh, should do it really quick, bro.
Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Miami's head coach told me before the game he understands both teams are in the top 25. Both teams are quality with a lot of talent on the rosters, but he believes this stadium can make a difference. This crowd has proven to be one of the best in college football. They have been pumping in crowd noise all week at practice to make sure they are prepared for this moment. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. Can't wait to see how this one unfolds. And the Canes ready to kick it away first. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Davison. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Throwing more. Got a man. It's Davison. Snags it and he's open. Smashes through the tackle. He is in. Touchdown, Ducks. You thought it was noisy when the Duck rolled out on that motorcycle? Decibels through the roof in the House of Loud.
And what a great job getting this crowd going early. This is not one of the biggest crowds in the country, but Autzen Stadium is one of the loudest places you will ever be in, and they love their Ducks.
On the move from inside his 5. And he winds up right where he would have on the touchback. Goes out of bounds at the 25. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Here's Brown to begin the drive. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
That's reeled in. It's Lofton. Breaks into the open. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. Love the way he didn't just run to a spot. He found the cushion in the zone and got himself open for the first down.
Yeah, and you're taught to find that space. Now, don't run right into a zone defender who's sitting there looking at the quarterback and looking at you. So much creativity with routes now and being able to just have subtle moves one way, come back the other way. Nice job by the tight end finding that hole in the zone.
Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
As Holly mentioned earlier, this home crowd can create a huge advantage. Unloads quickly. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. 3rd and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on 4th down by what they call here. Mensah fires to the tight end. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down.
come on, defense, what are we doing? I mean, you can't miss this guy. He's like literally the biggest dude on the field. That time, completely wide open. That's way too easy for the offense. He caught the football. There was nobody even near him. Someone on defense has to locate this guy. They've got to communicate to each other if they're passing off in coverage. You can't let that guy be that wide open.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Looking to throw on first down. Firing to the right, complete.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on the field.
Now the play fake. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Bringing it back. The 40. He's at the 20. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Ducks!
Well, this is absolutely domination early by this team. We've seen the early touchdown. And David, how about the defense now coming up with the massive pick six? And all of a sudden, their opponent is completely reeling, and we just barely started this game.
They just started the game, and all the momentum swings to one side, and now you got to find a way on this possession. You got to get the football back, and you got to do something with it. You got to get some of this momentum little by little, but so far, this is a dreaded start.
He'll bring it out. It's Lyle. They'll get this drive started from their own 26. Throwing, Mensah. Here's the pressure. Hit as he throws. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
And man, he was just like, forget that, guys. I'm getting this back on one play. Like, obviously the big decision last drive, makes the mistake that goes all the way back to the house, and it looked to me like I want it all back. We're going to get the momentum right now. Defense ready, made a stand, made a nice play.
They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. On the snap, it's Fletcher. And he'll be brought down.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Looking to convert, they'll go to the Wildcat. Snap to the back. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop. Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th and long. Here's Mensah to throw. Going to let it fly. Makes the grab. He's got a first down. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the first quarter as we take a look at the stats. So first down here as they go back to work. On the direct snap, it's Fletcher. Nice move to keep running. He's got the first down, and they did a brilliant job getting them out flanked with the Wildcat. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. Direct snap. Maybe some room here. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Hurricanes! Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
We're only in the first half, and I don't think anybody had an onside kick in the second quarter on their bingo card. They were trying to catch the opponent off guard, but it didn't work. Now let's find out what this offense could do. You have got to make them pay for gambling right now.
Might be calling a hot route. Dante Moore unloads to the wideout. Through his hands and incomplete. He normally makes that catch every time. It's second down.
Just got to finish the play through the wide receiver. You got to look that one in and complete it. That's a bad drop.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Moore will throw. Pulls it in. It's Davison. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
Smart play by the quarterback. Nothing open. Dump it off to your running back. And listen, he's a running back. He's used to having the ball in his hands, and he's a big running back. So if you want to bring that to the ground in the open field, it's very difficult. Great job by the running back making a play.
Inside the 15, out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score. The Ducks have it with a 1st and 10. Grant behind the line. It's Hooks. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him. The Ducks trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Dante Moore wants to throw again. Looking to the big tight end. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
I love the decision by the quarterback. He found the open man, just don't love the throw. Got to be a little bit more accurate, make it easier on your target.
In the gun on 3rd down. Moore finds his man. He got behind those pads and delivered a blow and stopped him well short of the 1st down marker. It'll be 4th and 2.
And, man, this dude has been a weapon early in this football game. They just keep finding him. And the matchups are a problem. You want to put a linebacker on him, he's too fast for him. Continues to make catches, continues to chew up yards. You might want to think about putting a safety on him or somebody with a little bit more speed.
Goes out of bounds on the play, and he's got him set up 1st and goal. They were easily within field goal range there, but they don't feel like you can win this game 3 points at a time.
Nah, pass. I mean, you got to be aggressive. You got to get touchdowns, man. You've seen the emphasis. Defenses are willing to give up yards now to make you kick field goals. I like this offense being aggressive. Forget the 3s. We need 6s.
2nd and goal coming up. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Here's Moore to throw. Makes a catch. Touchdown, Oregon! They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity. Lining up for the PAT.
This offense is really dangerous because of the weapons they have on the perimeter of the field. And you're seeing they go to these guys early, and they try to give them opportunities in one-on-one situations and vertically down the field. 2 passing touchdowns now early for this offense.
On the run from inside his own 5. He'll be forced out of bounds at his 21-yard line. Not the best field position you could ask for, but they'll get it started there. In the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. Direct snap. It's Fletcher. Found a little room out of the Wildcat that time, just short of the 1st down.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and I think, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
Defense played the Wildcat very well on that one, stopping them for a short gain. We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Back has it. Finding some room. At the 30, the 20. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Miami.
I love the execution on that play. Great blocking up front just to get the ball carrier an opportunity in the second level of the defense. And then at that point, it was make a guy miss and use the speed. That was a perfectly executed play.
And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it.
And you don't see a lot of these. You don't see a lot of onside kicks earlier in the game, especially in the second quarter. You still feel each other out. You're still getting into the game. You don't want to give away that momentum, but that's exactly what they did by failing on that onside kick.
Moore throws to the tight end. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
Well, the good news is he did a nice job reading the coverage. He knew exactly where to go with the football that time. Just a little bit too much on that pass. You wonder if that's just nerves. He's got to settle himself down a little bit.
Behind the chains now on second and long. Moore to the air. Zings it complete to the right. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're at 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
This offense has already converted once on 4th down. Can they do it again? Again, it's Moore. And the 4th down pass falls incomplete, and they'll have to give up the football.
And the offense stays aggressive. They try to throw the football and just weren't on the same page. It was an incompletion. He could have done a better job, I think, throwing the ball to his receiver and maybe making it where it's more of a 50-50 ball where he can make a play. Defense gets the big stop.
On the direct snap, it's Fletcher. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
What a great play by the linebacker. Do you talk about filling a hole? Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit down, sir.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Going to throw it over the top of the knee. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
You don't get a lot of chances like that in games, guys. Take shots downfield, and when you get open, you got to finish the play, and the wideout's going to wish he had that one back.
The power of Autzen Stadium on full display. The House of Loud is deafening on this 3rd down. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. So Miami signals for a timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Here's Darian Mensah to throw. He'll try to do it himself. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding. The Canes will go ahead and call that 2nd timeout. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Back to pass on 2nd down. Right on the money. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays.
That's just a tremendous individual effort by the defender. He's able to defeat his block and get to the ball and get the ball down on the ground. Very, very nice job.
Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's 3rd and short. They'll try to get it through the air. Quick completion on the out. He goes out of bounds right at the 30. Good pickup on that one.
And it's tough on the defense there. 3rd down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
And in the final seconds of the first half, they'll send out the field goal unit. He's got it, showing off that big leg from 47 yards out. And the Ducks will line up to kick off and start the second half. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give him a different look. On the direct snap, it's Fletcher. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4. Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. Snap to the back. There's a little room there. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough for the first down, and they might mark that down to use the Wildcat again. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Direct snap. Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
They forged ahead just a bit, not a lot working with the Wildcat there.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
So Miami signals for a timeout. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. They'll turn to the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. On the snap, it's Pringle. They make the stop, but not before the chains move and the Wildcat formation pays off.
It's great awareness by the running back, understanding where the first down marker is and doing whatever it takes to get it.
So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. Back has it. Wildcat look didn't get much. Picked up a few on that one.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. Snap to the back. Throws to the wideout. Already find a hole in that secondary. Got a lot of room to the right. Touchdown, Canes! An epic comeback. They'll talk about this one forever if they can hold on, but they're on top right now. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. So it's an 80-yard drive, and the score coming on the touchdown pass from 55 yards out. Bringing it back. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Throwing more. Quarterback extends the play. Takes a shot as he lets it go. And that one's too high, out of bounds, incomplete.
I don't care how talented you are as a quarterback, but your accuracy always goes down when you get hit. A nice job by the QB, scrambling, working to his right, but he wasn't completing that pass with that pressure.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? He wants to change this route. Moore will throw. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Moore from the gun on third down. Finds his back in the middle. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
And that's a really good job by the defense. Sometimes when you play man coverage on the back, man, sometimes you're...
Wait just a second. They're leaving the offense on the field. They're going to go for it in this situation. More to throw for it on fourth down. And it's incomplete. The long pass downfield they couldn't hook up.
Great coverage on that fourth down play. Nice job blanketing the receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. On the direct snap, it's Pringle. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
Oh, and he's going backwards. Defense not fooled at all by the Wildcat.
Great play by the defense there, getting the tackle for loss. But on offense, your mindset has to be, we need to be the more physical team here in the second half. We've got the lead, third quarter. We want to run the ball. We've got to have more success getting our blocks and moving forward if we're going to win this game.
Darian Mensah from the gun on third down. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Hurricanes.
And a lot of times when you get down here in the red zone, man, it's players, not plays. Finding your individual matchups that you feel very confident in. And I'm not surprised they went to their go-to wide receiver. And I'm also not surprised that he won on the outside and got the touchdown.
Looking for blockers. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Quarterback may change this route.
Over. Q. Go.
Dante Moore. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. He'll pull it down. He goes out of bounds just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line, and when you're backed up, execution like that at a premium. Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. Moore to the air. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Jump ball, and he's got it. Oh, what a grab. They just flipped the entire field, and now they'll try to cash in on 1st and 10 from the 20. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Unloads to the right. He got it. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal.
Well, what's up?
We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. They've done the work to build a nice cushion. Now to bring it home as we check out the stats after 3 quarters. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Here's Moore to throw. Oh, they're after him. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. The Ducks want to move quickly. 2nd and short, maybe looking for a shot. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
We know about this running back's versatility, and he's made some plays in this game so far, catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot. Defender bearing down on him. They're able to get the hit and make sure it falls incomplete.
Rushes on him, and he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Ducks! The Ducks with the answer. And with the extra point, they draw closer. It's 31-28. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. Direct snap. It's Fletcher. Fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Racing to the right. They bring him down, but that's why you give them that Wildcat look to create an opportunity for big plays.
This is a shootout. Both offenses up and down the field. They're generating explosive plays. It feels like which team has the ball last may win, but give the quarterback a lot of credit that time because, again, he saw a beautiful look to take a shot into, and he throws an absolute dime.
And this situation here on second down is the exact situation this offense wanted to stay out of. You got the lead late in the ball game. You want to get positive yards, keep that clock ticking. Now in this situation, it's interesting. Do they want to throw the football? How much do they trust their quarterback not to make a mistake here late in the football game with the lead?
On the direct snap, it's Fletcher. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
We knew this crowd would make its presence felt, and they are doing so in a big spot. Darian Mensah from the gun on third down. He's got it. Ripping off the huge gain down to the 17-yard line.
Well, this guy's been a go-to guy for this offense all game long. We've seen that, and here on a critical third down late in the game with the lead, guess who shows up with another big one? That guy.
Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. On the direct snap, it's Pringle. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. 2-minute timeout arrives, and this defense desperately needs to get the football back.
You got to give the coaching staff credit because they really do focus all season long on situational football with the lead late in the game. If we're on offense, we're trying to stay in bounds. We're trying to bleed the clock. And after ripping off a really nice run, that guy knew, I've got to get down. I cannot get pushed out of bounds, cannot get tackled out of bounds. Really, really nice job.
We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Rides it and reads it. Tough to run it this deep in the red zone, and he found nothing at all that time. The Ducks signal for their first timeout. They'll get together to decide how to play this second down. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. On the snap, it's Fletcher. Keeps it. Touchdown, Miami! Great job by the back on the option. The Hurricanes back on top.
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach. And that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
Coming out with it, it's Hill. Knocked down right at the 25, and I guess he breaks even, bringing it out of the end zone. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wants to adjust the pattern. Moore throws for the tight end. got his man downfield. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds, marking at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work.
Hey, you know, the defense here in this situation with a huge lead, they've got to anticipate that this offense is going to be trying to throw the ball to the sideline, so they've got to work different coverages and try to force the quarterback to go over the middle of the field with the football.
Moore will throw. Unloads to the wideout. Pulls it in. It's Moore. Racing down the left side. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Ducks! The Ducks with the answer.
Well, the offense did their part. You're just trying to apply some pressure on the opponent, right? Yeah, you're down right now, but if you can find a way to get the ball back with some time on the clock, they're within striking distance still to win this game.
Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. On the direct snap, it's Pringle. Defense played the Wildcat very well on that one, stopping them for a short gain. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Direct snap. And the Wildcat is not working. They knock him down behind the line. Now Oregon will call its second timeout. And they'll still have one timeout left at their disposal. They'll break out the Wildcat to try to move the chains. Back has it. Under fire. And it's a sack. And they are knocked down way behind the line of scrimmage as the defense declaws the Wildcat. And the Hurricanes send out the punt unit. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Here's the return. Makes a move. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with position. So the first play of the drive will come from the 43. Quarterback making checks. Throwing more. Fires to the wideout. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, at the worst possible time. Takes it the other way. The defense making a play